What is up, YouTube? What's going on? This is Alex here. So now that we've been kind of merging both pages here with, you know, my everyday life with the lowriders and merging my weekend life with my fun toys and, you know, the river and trucks and, you know, that kind of stuff. I figured I'd do a little video because I've been having that little pop right there. I've been having this problem since I got this truck lifted. This is a 8-inch BDS lift. The lift has been great. I mean, I've used it, I've abused it, I've gone off-road, I've gone in the snow, I've gone in the sand, but I could not figure out where that sound was coming from. I've jacked up the truck, you know, I've checked all the nuts and bolts, I've gone through it all, and I still couldn't figure it out. Checked lug nuts, you know, make sure it was good. I checked the, what else I checked? Just drew a blank right now. Oh, I checked the U-bolts, or the U-joints, sorry, and checked all the axles, and everything was good. And finally today I was like, you know what, I'm tired of this. We're gonna figure out what's going on. It's been raining for the last 6 days, so let's just figure out, let's bring the truck inside. And well, I'm gonna show you guys what it is. So let me grab the flashlight real quick. So if you guys look in here on the track bar, this is actually slightly moving. So that's where the noise is coming from. Yeah, so you can feel it all through the track bar, and it's actually coming through right here on this bolt. So we're gonna go ahead and take that apart and see what's going on and see if we can fix that issue. So that's where that issue's coming from right there. So you know, I daily drive this thing, and I haven't had an issue with it besides that annoying pop. And it's just driving me nuts. And finally, it's like, you know, let's just freaking fix this thing, man. So luckily, Vic's here, and he's helping me out. Just turning the wheel, trying to figure out and diagnose it. He was under there, I was under there, and just try to make life easier and figure out what the heck that was. So now that, you know, I went on YouTube and I tried to find it, and you know, there's a lot of different clanking noises and popping noises people say, but this one I couldn't find, of course. 2017, a Ram 2500 with the 8-inch BDS on 40s. You know, I was trying to find that specific. That way I could find someone else that had the same problem as me. So, and you know, it's the track bar bracket. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this video right now. I'm gonna go through and see what we can fix on it, and see what we can, you know, what to do to stop it. And I'll let you guys know. All right, guys. So we're back on that popping sound we kept hearing. Don't mind the undercarriage is dirty right now. Just came back from Big Bear, and the rain has been killing me. But so this is the hole right here, and as you can tell, if you look real close underneath, the powder coat's been slightly chipped away in the corner, kind of right where my shadow's at. If it focuses, there we go. So for some reason this keeps transferring as the wheels turn. And you check out the bolts up there, the nuts down there, and everything's really tight. Everything seems to be to size. The bolt is good. The bolt's not stripped out, the nut's not stripped out, and even when you go and put this guy back in, I mean, if you look, there's no play in this thing. So it's really weird that it's doing that. My original thought was I was just gonna, you know, open this up thinking that this might be oblong slightly, or the inside might be oblonged. I was just gonna open it up and go to the next size bigger on the bolt. But with that not even being oblonged, and it's, you know, perfectly fine, the only other option I could really think of, you know, was I thought about maybe just welding and reinforcing, but I'm just gonna, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to grind away some of this powder coat right here, and I'm gonna have to put, you know, a nice full weld right here, and I'll probably do on the back side as well, because this is what's actually kicking and moving. I know originally on some of the years of the Dodges, if I'm not mistaken, it might be a 15, 16s. I could be wrong, so don't hold me on that one. But I know there was a recall on these, and for some reason I remember seeing that it wasn't my year. But it's weird that I'm having this issue with this. I mean, it might. No, I've never had any issues with the lift of the BDS. BDS has probably been one of the best lifts I've ever had, and you know, I haven't had any issues with it. And it doesn't seem to be that. It seems to be a mixture of this to that, you know, so it's kind of weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld this here and make it stationary. So I'll continue on. I'll show you guys after I weld it all up. Alright guys, so as we were talking about last, I was going to drop a bead right across here, and you know, I really didn't want to mess up the powder coat, but you know, I'd rather have functionality and not have that embarrassing pop than you know, that looks. But what I am going to do is I'm going to come here and clean it up a little bit more. I'll mask it off, and I have a, you know, a spray paint that will look pretty close to this, just to do a little small touch up here. Now that this bracket is, you know, part of the actual truck chassis. It is stationary. I didn't do anything to the upper, the secondary and the third bolts up on top, the support bolts. This was literally the only thing that was just had a little flex in it. So the reason I did that was, you know, in that video you hear it popping and popping and popping, and it was actually to the point where it was like actually chipping the powder coat away. So, you know, again, this is something I didn't want to do, but I had to do. Unfortunately, to get this kit, you know, 100%. You know, this kit, the BDS kit, is a great freaking kit, man. I actually love it, and I haven't had any issues with it. And this is the only little, you know, the little booger that I feel like that was involved with it. And that bolt, you know, was all tight. I double checked everything. The nut and bolts were straight. They weren't stripped or, you know, cross-threaded or anything like that. I just don't know why it was, you know, it had that little flex in it. And well, you know, it was a quick fix, not too bad now. So, you know, I just put it on the floor again. I did spin the wheels and everything seemed to be good. What I'm going to do later on tonight is I'll go take it off our test drive, rip on it a little bit, and see how it does. But I just want to show you guys, you know, that little fix. If there's other guys out there having that little issue, you know, check into that. I see a lot of YouTubers also showing, you know, U-joints and, you know, wheel bearings and stuff. This truck only has 20,000 miles on it, so I know none of that stuff was gone. I did double check it while it was up right now. All that stuff was still looking real solid. You know, I had no play, no wiggle at all. I also have the Dodge off-road steering brace in here. You guys see right there. The truck's freaking filthy right now because all this California rain. We're not used to it out here, but yeah, and I do daily drive it, so you know, it does get dirty. But yeah, so with the steering brace, you know, it does help all that out as well. But yeah, there you guys go. If you guys have that problem, hopefully, you know, you guys look into that with the 8-inch BDS on 40s. I am running 40 by 15.5 Patriot tires on a 22 by 10 American Force. And you know, the reason I went the 10-inch American Force is because, you know, I do a lot of off-roading, so I didn't want, you know, as much as I wanted that huge fat, you know, nasty looking lip right there, just functionality again. You know, I do use this truck, I do abuse it, I do take it off-road, I do take it on trails, and you know, I will be going through the rocks and stuff like that. So I didn't want to have you know, so much of that billet, that billet sticking out there to have any issues. So there you guys go. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Again, I am merging both of my pages together. Well, actually, I didn't want to start a new channel completely because I already, you know, had a good following on my work one. So I figured just merge both of them and see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, yeah, it's cool. You know, I stopped doing the videos on here. But I just, you know, there's so much feed and so much hype and there's so much going on right now in the truck world. So I figured, you know, might as well jump in, you know, share my knowledge, share my experience. You know, I'm not 100%, you know, trucker brother, because everyone is online and on IG and shit. Oops, can't say that on here. You know, demonetize me. But I just want to help you guys out, give you guys some good content, give you guys hopefully some helpful content if you guys are having any issues. You guys can see right about here. Follow me on IG, just my name, Alex Twaston. So you guys have a good one. Thank you, and we'll see you guys next time.